All right, excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Freeman, for joining us today, and thank you all for joining us. Again, if you haven't signed in yet and you've been here before, go ahead and do the QR code or the bit.ly. It'll take you to our new website, and we're just trying some things out, so bear with me as that sort of unfolding state. So we are graduate professional success for STEM, PhDs, and postdocs. So here predominantly to serve you guys in terms of programming to get you from where you are here at UCI and to your next jobs and careers in the future. My name is John. I just recently graduated from UC Irvine in the biomedical engineering department. So this is reminiscent to me. I didn't think that I would be standing here again on my sixth year. So I'm proud to be able to be here. So yes, it should be recording. We'll see about the audio later. So that's good. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll go a little bit further just so you can kind of get to know me. And again, I want to welcome any type of conversations, but I want to get to know you guys. So go ahead, and again, you can scan the QR code, go on to menti.com and use the code 1857-6061. Just 2 short questions. I'm just curious to see where you all are at. The first question is, what career are you considering after your PhD and postdoc? You see a lot of you are all in industry. Good sort of split within academia, government, I'm not sure. A lot in industry.
People here joining from Zoom?
No, not for Zoom, yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm curious, for those who said not sure, what are you teetering, what are you teetering on? I don't know who said it, not sure, if you want to go ahead and just speak up. I can wait all day. Go ahead. Okay, so exploring your options. Okay, that's good to know. I won't torment everyone else with questions. And then our second question here, if it will go forward, and if not, yes, I just realized, thank you. And close that. And then our next one, if you guys haven't already done so, what words describe professional and or career development that you think of? Okay, I see that we tend to land around 14, 15 as that keeps updating, but a big one, networking, mentorship, self-reflection, time management, selling yourself, marketing, yes. Expertise, internship, skills, growth, resume building, resourcefulness, that's awesome. Towards dream job, confidence, workshops, listening and being prepared. That's awesome. Thank you guys. So yes, absolutely, those are all aspects that we do help provide training for and opportunities for you to be able to explore all these, as well as some things that you might not have expected. But before we jump into that, I'm just going to go ahead and just share a little bit about myself, so you can, again, by all means, please reach out to me if there's a conversation that you're interested in starting. So I graduated from UC San Diego in chemical engineering. I did a lot of mental health advocacy, so that's really top of mind for me and for you guys as well. I graduated at UCI again, and I did a lot of work actually with GPS STEM before I'm now the program director. I volunteer in a local nonprofit for Device Alliance, which is medical tech for the Orange County area. So if that's a field you're interested in, you want, again, networking opportunities, I would be more than happy to make those introductions did a lot of work with the bioengine program here at UCI for the senior design biomedical engineer students. And then lastly, I'm also pursuing startup with my thesis. So if any of that resonates with you and you want to explore that deeper, I'm more than happy to talk about those things. And then lastly, if you like cats, I'm here for you. That's my cat. Her name is Me, and she is now the resident hot dog at my house. So GPS STEM, our primary mission is to be able to help prepare you all for a variety of different careers within the STEM workforce, so that you're not just ready and good to go within your research programs, but also you become polished professionals beyond that. And anything that you learn skill-wise and what you develop here in GPS STEM is most definitely utilized within PhD, in postdoc, academia, industry. It just looks a little bit different, and once you can make that connection, you can utilize it in any shape or form. I just want to sort of deviate us or delineate us from sort of the other amazing resources available on campus, Career Center, Grad Division. We specifically do programming for STEM departments. So we have a little bit more specialization there, but we definitely collaborate with you. So that sort of helps you sort of see where to go and who to go to, but they do a lot of STEM types of programming as well. We just only do primarily STEM types of programming. I want to take a little bit of a step back to where Dr. Freeman had alluded to our roots, our grassroots. It's really this transformation of how we perceive the development of professionals here in academia, where it was predominantly for the academics and to pursue a postdoc, go into faculty positions, and then less focus on training for other types of roles. But they have come to realize, and we were part of the BEST initiative for developing a more thorough and more representative way of being able to train our scientists for different and various roles. So if you were just thinking about academia or industry, there are so many other things that you can utilize your skill sets for. And what I like to believe is that for a PhD, you can do pretty much anything that you want to do. I've seen people who became streamers or fitness social media stars. So like people with PhDs, that you can do anything that you want. Well, the world really is at your hands. For our 4 primary pillars and elements to our career readiness to sort of encapsulate our types of programs, we're looking at explore, train, experience, and transition. Now, you will unpackage each one of these a little bit later, but all of this is grounded and anchored by the My IDP, your individual development plan. You may be familiar with this for your research, but this is more for your career now. What do you want to do in terms of the next steps, and how do you pick and decide where to go next, and how does that sort of get guided by a particular plan? And that's done by the My IDP. So I'm going to go ahead and now explore the types of programming that we do for exploration. And all of these 4 pillars come in sort of a cyclic manner, and you can go in and out of each and every one of them depending on what you're interested in, how far or well you understand where you want to go. So explore, really looking at different forms of diverse careers, just having enough information to figure out what you want to do. We have that in different sort of flavors, where there's the Life Beyond PhD seminar series, as well as 30-minute career exploration series, and then the career and e-networking, also in-person networking that was more towards COVID mixers that we have for specific careers that you may be interested in exploring. You want to talk to someone or hear about someone's life story and career story. So this is an opportunity for you to find something or a list of things that you want to continue to explore. Once you sort of select a couple, you may find that in the job descriptions that you're looking at for these future careers, or even what comes out of My IDP, you will have skills that you want to be able to develop and refine, not just for now, but also for the next whatever career or position that you are in the future. So that really encapsulates something of communication, public speaking, teamwork, leadership. At some point in time, you have to talk to someone, and you have to be able to know how to talk to someone. At some point in time, you have to ask for money, and you have to be able to do that, whether that's a fellowship, a grant, or even asking for more money for your project in industry. So all these ability to be able to talk and interact with people as scientists and be able to take very complex types of information and distill it in a reasonable and understandable manner are skill sets that you want to develop now for presentations and conferences, but also in the future for whatever role you are looking at. And there's still further nuances beyond that in terms of just management of projects, time, and of course, knowing how to like walk up to a person, introduce yourself, and tell them about you without boring them or losing them, right? These are skills that you need in both your professional life and also personal life too. So with experience, try it out, see it for yourself. We have site tours, shadowing, and internships opportunity. We mostly do a lot more of the site tours right now. We actually have an upcoming one with Medtronic, which is a medical device company, if that's something you're interested in. This is a previous flyer, but I'll show you the upcoming one later. This is an opportunity for you to be able to actually see it live in person and ask all your questions and see like day to day, if I wake up and I have to go to this job, is this something that I can see myself in? Internships are a little bit more difficult to manage. A lot of people tend to do them during the summer. It sort of just depends on your dynamic with your PI, and that's something that you want to explore and make sure that it is either approved of, accepted, and I like to go about it in a non-conventional way, which is I have an internship and I have to leave for the summer now. It doesn't always work, so please don't take that for a recommendation. So again, all three of those prior, it's more of like developing, finding awareness, and sort of getting to a point where you're, sitting, graduating, and you want to be able to transition. And so here you get to do your networking, building those connections, and finding the employment. So we have over 800 people in our alumni base here to build networks. They always come back to be able to do all of our panels and speak at the series that I had previously mentioned. And there's also opportunity for you to be able to refine your LinkedIn profile. That's a very good platform for you to be able to reach out to people, but also find opportunities and get connected. Networking, again, walking up to someone, introducing yourself at like a very crowded conference, and being able to talk about why you're amazing and why you should hire them or why they should hire you. And then finally, we also offer free courses through the Division of Continuing Education, which typically costs up to $700 each. And you're welcome to explore up to 3 total throughout your time here at UCI under the GPS STEM program. So with all of that, a lot of that's programming from myself, as well as the teams that we have here, one being the training council. So a lot of these sort of opportunities are also here for you to be able to be leaders yourself if you're interested in exploring them. I have them lined up and I will review each one of them here in terms of time commitment. I know everyone has a different sort of expectation from their advisors. So firstly, training council, pretty straightforward in terms of what we're looking for commitment. If that's something that you're looking to be able to help lead and guide the program, give feedback, also be able to help craft the newsletter that goes out to people. Again, it's just an opportunity for you to get involved and learn some skills that you normally wouldn't get in a research type of lab. And then moving forward, the Science Cafe, GPS STEM Radio, and then your career cohorts. I'm going to unpackage each one of them. Again, opportunities for you to explore things that you are truly passionate about. You want to learn additional skill sets, and you want to actually take those and put them to practice. So firstly, and again, these are all available for you to look at later. I'm not trying to overwhelm you with so much text here. For GPS STEM Radio, if you're interested in audio and video production, being able to make your own podcast or learn how to use multimedia, so Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, any of the audio and YouTube platforms to be able to add to your resume, GPS STEM Radio is something that you might want to explore as sort of a passion project. We have 3 different podcasts right now, one focusing on career, the other one looking at mental health, and then lastly, one on science policy. These are things that I did as a PhD student not too long ago. So if that's an opportunity that you're interested, again, in refining and building these types of skill sets, I have found them to be incredibly helpful because I see the world differently in terms of like when I think of something, when I'm trying to visualize science, I can explain things a little bit easier through illustrations as opposed to like 5 paragraphs of words. So just a different sort of flavor and skill set. Our Science Cafe giving you an opportunity to practice and polish your writing skills, but also formulate your opinions and write them out and be able to communicate them. We have our contributors here, and you can also write anonymously if that's something that you feel shy about. It's an open platform for you to be able to polish your writing skills. And then we have our career cohort. So again, increasing in terms of time ask from you guys, depending on how far you want to go. But the career cohorts is essentially whatever career you're looking forward to being able to immerse yourself in. This is an opportunity for you to build programming for that. One, so you can learn, but also two, you can also develop the skill sets that are needed for communicating, working with a team, and just exploring something that you're really, really interested in. So I was able to spearhead the art and science cohort while I was here. And then we also have some other ones that if you are interested in participating in or getting involved in, data science, business and consulting for STEM Science Club, science communication, public policy prep. There's a whole host of other ones. If there are any that I haven't listed and you want to explore those, again, this opportunity is for you guys to do what you're looking for. And we as the GPS STEM team are here to support you in that endeavor. So I'm actually going to take a pause here before we go into sort of the nitty-gritty. That's been essentially all of the programming that we have. It's a short list. There's a longer list. I didn't want to overwhelm you. Those are like the highlight things that have happened recently. And so I actually want to go ahead and welcome up one of our data science cohorts, Chris Douglas. And we're going to start going into more testimonies and like things for you all to sort of hear about what they do. And you want to come on? Yeah, you want to come on this way? Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, go for it. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about data science, and then I'll let you lead it from there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so a lot of the events that we have are sort of encapsulated in mini courses. So you essentially spend like 1 day a week for 4 weeks exploring a very particular topic. For example, our business insider class for STEM scientists, that's something to explore the business model canvas. And that's actually something that I utilize as I pursue my startup company and utilize on a day-to-day basis. Like, why would our customers care at the end of the day? So a lot of this is sort of you do now and sort of learn and understand and then utilize later, but it also helps in the moment if you're looking to be able to refine those immediate skill sets. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to upcoming events. We have our 2022 Sci-PhD Business of Science. There are 3 days to this workshop. So again, these are mini courses, if you will. You're welcome to join any day that you are. If you are looking to have an internship this next coming summer, or you just want to learn what to think about when you start doing your resume interviewing and potentially networking in the future, this is a great opportunity for you to just learn, be a fly on the wall, and be able to sort of soak that in if you're not ready yet. But by all means, if you have something in mind as a goal, this is a great opportunity to be able to start applying and learning. We also have our Medtronic virtual site visit on October 12th. Again, another opportunity for you to be able to explore what it will look like afterwards if you're at that point, or at least line up your goals so that when you're going through your day-to-day here and you hit that snag or obstacle, you have a vision for what's to come next. Please join our bi-weekly newsletter to be able to stay up to date for all their updates. And that's actually part of being able to register as a GPSM member, list of all our events. Our GPSM website is currently being renovated right now, so you might get a little bit of pushback, but I believe it should be all up and ready. If you're having a hard time getting on, there is a secondary site, but you should be able to access everything through gps-sem.grad.uci.edu. Very sort of mundane information, but important. In order to register, attend orientation. Congratulations, step 1 is done. Complete a My IDP, so there's a particular link that you'll go onto. Complete it, save what the recommendations are. They essentially ask you like a personality test, like what do you think about this? What are your skill sets and what do you like? And provide some recommendations of where to go, and you pick one to see whether or not that's something to be able to anchor you and start moving forward from there. You'll save that certificate, and then you also create a LinkedIn profile, join our LinkedIn group, and then fill out our registration form on our website. This is all on our website, so I know it's like hopefully short steps here, but generally it's meant to just help, again, position you so that you have a starting point, and then from then on, it's as you want, as you wish, start at your own pace and go where you like. And then something that we are implementing new this year is an annual membership renewal. All that is I'm asking how are you and how are we doing, so that we know that we are doing well for you guys, but also so that we can accommodate and adjust as needed for you all. So again, more information on our website. I just want to leave you guys with this. I'm sure some of you may have seen this before. Success typically is depicted as a very straight line from PhD graduation to your job. This is what it typically is sort of, it feels like when you hear someone explain where they go, it seems like it's kind of like a straight shot. But the reality is kind of closer to this, and GPSM is here to be able to help you identify the what in terms of the career that you want to go into, the who you should get connected with to help you get moving in that direction, the how, what training, what skills you're looking for to be able to develop, and then the why, like why get up in the morning to be able to do this on a day-to-day basis if this is going to be a big part of your life for, some time of your life, some significant time of your life. So lastly, just going to go ahead and leave our contact information up here. So again, Dr. David Fruman is our academic director. I am the program director, Joanne.
Hi guys, this is Joanne from Offline. Because of the audio quality, I wanted to add one more comment from Dr. David Fruman, who is our academic director, who you didn't get to hear from. One of the most common questions is how to have conversations with research PIs about career development. PhD students and postdocs sometimes assume that faculty are more interested in trainees who are preparing exclusively for academic careers, or that faculty discourage activities that may detract from research time. And while it is true that faculty expect trainees to be dedicated to their research projects, the vast majority of UCI professors understand that trainees have diverse career interests that deserve support. Our program has survey data from faculty that support this conclusion. The main issue is how to approach these conversations with research PIs and mentors. How do you ask for time away from the lab to participate in a workshop, bootcamp, mini course? It's best to bring these topics up as part of the discussion of your individual development plan, the IDP. All trainees should be really updating their IDP every 3 to 6 months and sharing with their advisors. The majority of the IDP focuses on academic and research goals, papers, conferences, and only part on career and professional development. By framing your career goals and preparation as part of your broader efforts as a student or postdoc, you show commitment to research and academic advancement. You can also mention any efforts that you have been making to be more efficient in lab or in your personal life, which will leave time for career prep activities. Conversely, it's best to avoid situations where you simply tell your PI that you are taking time off to do some activity. And lastly, there are times in research cycle where you have to give your all to the lab, such as meeting deadlines for fellowship applications or paper resubmissions. So it's best at those times to limit your professional development activities during those periods. So that's a note from Dr. David Fruman on how to approach your PIs about career development. Again, a lot of the faculty are supportive of this. It just depends on how you want to approach sharing that and making it a common conversation for you and your faculty. Thanks for joining us for our annual orientation to GPSM. Looking forward to seeing your registrations and participation.
Our website, our email, and this program would not be anything without our program interns or trainee council and our past leadership under, if you have not met him, he's amazing, and of course Kim, and of course the funding opportunities from our departments this year. So thank you all.